What's up guys, Houndish here, today with a quick video for the Dawning, and more specifically farming the Dawning materials that you might want to pick up in order to get as many weapons as possible. Dawning is one of those events that tends to get lots of AFK farms and funky exploits. Of course, you can play the game any which way you like. You don't have to farm materials like a maniac. You can just play activities. We get lots of Dawning weapons. But if you want a pretty efficient way to get plenty of Dawning spirit, as well as materials for baking, then there is a method right here which requires nearly no input whatsoever. Of course, we can buy event engrams with Dawning spirit. This will get us weapons. That includes the Gizmo Weft, the kind of hidden or rare event weapon for the season, as well as all the other Dawning loot. And as you can see right here, I am literally standing, getting kills, doing absolutely nothing, and getting Dawning materials, including Dawning Spirit. Now, Dawning Spirit is one of the currencies that takes a bit longer to actually build up, as we primarily earn it by making kills on enemies. Essence of Dawning, we should say, is earned through activity completions, so the only efficient way to actually get it, really, is to just play the game, as we mentioned. Now, baking cookies and delivering them to vendors does give a pretty significant amount of XP, so that's totally worth doing, as additionally, it will drop Dawning Spirit too. On top of that, you'll often get a gift in return, and when we open these, we'll get weapon drops. So while you can farm things like Dawning Spirit in activities, it is totally worth still playing the game in the intended way, completing portal activities. Completing the new dungeon, for instance, will drop a lot of Essence of Dawning, and of course completing the challenges. But if you need a little bump for Dawning Spirit, that's where this particular farming method comes in and is pretty useful. So how do you do this? Well, firstly, you want to equip something like the Starfarer 7M, the Dawning ship, that grants a chance to generate Dawning Spirit whenever you find a Dawning ingredient. If you were playing back in Season 12, you may already have this and you can claim it from your exotic vehicle collections, go back to Season 12 and you may have it available. If you don't, there is another option, which is the Wingswept, a new ship for the event this year, which you can get at rank 24 on the Dawning event track. That has the same bonus on it. Additionally though, if you have the Sword Storm combo artifact perk, performing 3 sword light attacks followed by a heavy attack will summon penumbral blades that surround you to damage and disorient combatants, and sword final blows extend the duration of the penumbral blades. So, if we come to somewhere like the Thrall Room in the Whisper mission, as you can see right here, I've got Sword Storm combo procced, and if you load up the Whisper on expert difficulty, that kind of AoE damage will actually kill the Thralls. And because they keep spawning and running towards you, every time you kill one, it will extend the Sword Storm combo effect, which essentially means once you've procced it, you can just stand here. Thrall will keep attacking you, and Sword Storm combo will keep killing them. Now with the bonus for the ship, every time that you get one of the Dawning ingredients, like taken butter or whatever, you have a chance to get Dawning Spirit. And that means you can stand here and just accumulate Dawning Spirit and other Dawning materials for nothing. The only material you can't get is Essence of Dawning, because I think that requires actual activity completions. So if you're doing this primarily to bake, you'll need to get plenty of Essence from other sources. If you're doing it to buy engrams though, and get weapons, you can essentially AFK farm here to get a ton of drops. And then when you've got a bunch of Dawning Spirit, obviously, you have the choice to either purchase a weapon, or probably the first thing you should do is purchase the upgrades that we have on Eva's menu, as there are things like activities granting bonus Dawning Spirit, as well as Dawning Essence, so probably worth actually getting all of the upgrades first, as it will ultimately allow you to earn more materials. So this may be a good way to nearly AFK farm some extra Dawning Spirit and materials, and because your sword is technically making kills, it'll take longer to get kicked for inactivity. You maybe want to move your character or camera every so often to try and avoid being kicked, but I don't know, if you're doing stuff around the house or doing some work or something, it's a good way to automate your farming with very minimal effort. So if you choose to do this in the Thrall Room on the Whisper, drop down and then stand roughly in this spot here, and you'll really easily be able to just farm these currencies. Another thing that this could be useful for is completing active orders on the Season Pass. If you have any that require just general kills in activities, or sword kills for instance, they'll be completed, and additionally, you could even complete the Praxic Professional exotic order by doing this as well. And as I mentioned before I get loads of comments saying it, obviously you can opt to just play the game in other ways. I personally don't like the portal all that much, not to be negative, but I'd rather play the new Renegades content than be in the portal personally, so for me, I'll just throw this on when I'm doing a bit of work or something. There are other locations you can do it in as well, obviously, but the Whisper is one of the universally accessible ones that you can get to in about 5 minutes and then just farm away. So if you need to know how to get to this point, I'll run a clip at the end of the video showing the activity itself and the route that you need to take. If you found this helpful, a rating helps me out on the channel below. Also, hit subscribe and I'll keep you posted with more content, but otherwise, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome day.